raise your hands for the mic. David. I'll just say it, yeah, sorry.
It's late.
Sorry, Coach.
I was extremely happy with what we've been able to do offensively early in the game. The last 4, 5, 6 games, we've had some quality at bats. Whether the guys got hits or walks or went deep in the counts, that's the kind of thing we were looking for early on during the season. We weren't really getting that, but we've had better at bats and got in a better position to win games. And I was happy certainly with Mata came in tonight like we used him last year to just kind of keep things in check for a while, and he pitched well for us in relief. Didn't fill his position very well, but he pitched pretty good, and we continued to score some runs. But it was important for us to win this week. I mean, you want to win all the time, but after winning the home series against Georgia and then 2 midweek games against people that have a chance to be in the postseason, we needed to win at home. And so the bus ride would be a lot more enjoyable than otherwise.
Ray, with all these runs these past 2 games, how big of a confidence booster is that going into number 1 Florida, especially with the way they pitch?
I think it helps a little bit. I mean, I don't think that it's a situation where we feel like we're going to score double digits all the time, but it helps a little bit. You know, this is college athletics. It's a lot to do with momentum and how you feel, and it helps some. But we're getting ready to face a rotation unlike any other, so it'll be a lot different.
Chris?
Ray, aside from what the team's done on the field the last 2 nights, talk about the guys that shaved their head and did the thing for Camp Kimo today.
Yeah, that was just it's one of those things. It's a feel good. It's a class act by those players. They did that on their own. They weren't pushed to do it. Nobody put any pressure on them to go do that. They understand the calls and they stepped up and did that. But that's what a lot of these guys are all about, and I'm proud of them for doing that. That was a nice thing. And as I told them, a lot of them improved their looks.
Now that these 2 games are over, just did you first look ahead at Florida, besides their pitching, I mean, just seems to be a very complete team. What's the thing that stands out the most about it?
What stands out the most is nothing is short. I pay attention. That's I coach baseball professionally, and my hobby is following baseball. So I'll go home tonight and I'll look at box scores and sit and analyze to the wee hours, and so I keep up with what's going on around the country, and I certainly watch our conference. And I've looked at Florida rather closely from the beginning. They just got weapons, offensively, defensively, pitching, bullpen. 2 or 3 guys are legitimate closers. I mean, they can just do whatever they need to do to win a game. They've got people to plug in, very talented players, and Coach O'Sullivan deserves a tremendous amount of credit for putting the team together he's got, and they're #1 in the country and should be.
John?
Did you see a night from Robert Berry like this coming?
I've always felt that Robert's he's very physical, and when he swings the bat, good things can happen. So I've had confidence that he can get some hits. He's aggressive in the zone. He can move the ball around. Had a big hit for us last night early in that game too. So yeah, that's good to see. We got to be able to, especially against some lefties, we get neutralized a little bit. So we've got to be able to have a guy like Robert Berry come off the bench, or Jake Williams to get in there too, where we don't get too top heavy from the left side.
Right, just to clear up one thing, you said before this year that Drake Thomas was scheduled to be cleared on the 25th. Is everything still on point with that?
Yeah, he's been throwing simulations. I guess he's thrown probably 3, and he's pitching okay. He's throwing breaking balls, change up. Velocity hasn't been great. He's been in the low 80s. He makes a couple of jumps. In the next few weeks, he may see him get in there. So, but he's worked extremely hard. I can't remember a guy that has worked as hard as he has after an injury. So, but there's a likelihood that he'll show up in the next few weeks.
Anything else for Coach Tanner? All right, guys, 1:45 tomorrow.